Last time on One Piece, Admiral Ryukyugu was on the assault, taking on the Scabbards as well as Momonosuke and Yamato. And despite the fact that Momonosuke was finally able to pull off a Boro Breath, or Blast Breath, whichever translation you go with, Ryukyugu was not going to be deterred. That was until Shanks used his Hockey from a Distance, which feels almost mimetic in the way that Shanks is just able to just stand there, look like he's doing nothing, but being able to do everything at all things at all points. So he sends some kind of telepathic message to Ryukyugu with his haki saying, back the fuck up. And Ryukyugu's just like, yep, don't want that smoke. Not yet anyway. And so he GT's the FO. We also get to see that Sanji, Zoro, Luffy, and Jinbei were ready to jump in just in case. But they knew that Momonosuke, he wanted to show that he could defend his country, or at least he was willing to try. Meanwhile, Robin and Law were taken by Sukiyaki to the depths of Wano, seeing where the old country used to lie, at the bottom of essentially a rain basin that Wano currently is, and deeper still, the ancient weapon Pluton. What will happen now? That Law and the Straw Hats have essentially found one of the greatest weapons in the world. I mean, considering they didn't do much with Shirahoshi when they found out she was Neptune, is anyone's guess. I mean, I can't really see them lugging Pluton behind them in the sunny, and I don't know if Law's really interested in ultimate power either. So join me as I find out. Won't you? And, well, first, One Piece, chapter 1056, titled Cross Guild. Guild. Like in fairy tale? Huh. Cross Guild. Crosses. Mihawk? Mihawk came from a place with crosses. Huh. Oh no. Germa's An Emotionless Excursion. Volume 15. Katakuri and Oven arrive. Fuck. That's all I can really say to that, because it's just like, no, not those assholes. Guys, I don't know how you're gonna get away from this situation. Like, holy shit. Of all people to roll up. Like, Oven would be one thing, but Oven and Katakuri, y'all need to bounce. Y'all need to bounce. Alright, so, the party in the flower capital is over. Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus! I just looked at the next panel. Jesus fucking Christ. First, okay. Hang in there, Raizo. Just look how gaunt you are. Don't die, Shinobu. What terrible sorcery. As much as I hate to admit it, the man had a point. Kaido was a tyrant, but at the same time, his presence kept enemies away. Ryukyugu must have really just not liked ninjas, because he got both Raizo and Shinobu. He just sucked them dry. Oh my god. On the one hand, they lost a lot of weight. On the other hand, you never want to lose that much weight. Jesus. And Kinemon is there saying, alas, I am sorry. All of this was happening while I was away in Curry. Man, you were with your girl. Don't be like that, bro. And I had no idea. And we see Raizo and Shinobu being treated by Miyagi and Tristan. Kinemon is just bowing his head in repentance. You see Inarashi, Nekomamushi, and Okiku there. Nekomamushi says, hey, what's done is done, and the damage was minimal. All thanks to Lord Momonosuke. And I think Inarashi asks, how was Otsuru? Yeah. Oh, okay. I was wondering, because we know that she was attacked. Kinemon says, Okobore town burned to the ground, and Tsuru has a terrible burn on her face. Oh no. But she is alive and well. Okay. Damn though. Man, you see her with the bandages on. Oh, lovely Otsuru. I'm actually getting emotional because she's so kind and it sucks. Burn. And you have one of the older ladies. Is that the previous tea shop owner lady? She asks, Otsuru, is it true? Has Kin come back? Otsuru says, yes, although he's returned to the capital for now. The old lady says, you're from the capital too. You should go to him. And Otsuru says, I know. I want to be at his side too. Aww. And Kinemon says, I have to say, after 20 years, she's still just as beautiful. Oh my god, that's so mushy. That's so sweet though. That is so sweet. Rashi says, hey, dogs like cheese, but not that much cheese. Oh my god. And Nekomamushi's just laughing. Rah, 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 rah. Is that his laugh? Rah, rah, rah? Rah, rah, fight the power. Okiku says, hee hee, That's so sweet, Master Keen. Raizo. Okay, Raizo's fine. He says, ooh, wish I had a girl. Oh, poor Raizo. Hang in there, buddy. Maybe someday. And someone yells, focus on your recovery, Raizo. Carrot! Oh shit. Are they gonna tell her to go with the Straw Hats? Carrot says while stuffing her face with Odin. Odin? What's up? You call for me, Duke Dog Storm and Cat Viper? I don't like those names. I get it, but I like calling them Nekomamushi and Inarashi, okay? Inarashi says, ah, there you are, Carrot. You go... What? Excuse me? Yugara will be the new king of Mokumo Dukedom. That doesn't make any sense. Why? She doesn't have any experience. And it's not like she's... Look, as strong as I think Carrot is, she's not that particularly strong. She says, the king? Yeah, sure thing. And then says, wait, king? No way, I can't do that. Inarashi says, well, the truth is, Kat and I have decided to stay here at Wano and serve Lord Momonosuke as samurai of the Kozuki clan. Nekomamushi laughs. Yugara are one of the few who have been out to see the world thanks to Luffy. That means you must have some of what we'll need for in the next era. Yeah, but that was like a month at most. A month-long trip isn't really enough to be like, oh, you've experienced what the world has to offer. You should be our new ruler. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense to me. Nekomamushi and Inarashi traveled for years on the sea, first with Whitebeard, then with Roger. If they were telling Carrot, hey, go with the Straw Hats, get some experience, and maybe come back as the new ruler of Zou, I can kind of understand that. But to be like, oh, you just have what it takes because you stowed away on a ship, I don't know, man, that's a bit much. And she even says, there are so many people who are way stronger than me. And Sicilian rolls up with his musketeer saying, of course there are, and our job is to protect the country. And Wanda even chimes in saying, I'll help you too. This was the two kings' decision, Carrot, but most importantly of all, Utera Heart carries Pedro's will in it. I don't know, Pedro's will was to... will this help the Straw Hats ultimately? How? I could understand them leaving Zota, Wanda, Sicilian. Sicilian was the one who led the Minks of Zou in general into battle. I would sooner hand things over to Sicilian if anyone else. And Kara says Pedro. And I guess Inarashi says, to sum it up, we're leaving Zou to Yugara young folk. Aren't they just in their 40s? Man, I wouldn't really call that old. And Wanda's in her 20s. I don't know, man. That don't sit right with me. Something about that doesn't seem right. Hell, I could even see her stowing away from that kind of responsibility, because that's kind of what she does. She's young, she's inexperienced, she's impulsive. Yeah, that one's weird to me. We'll see. Oh, and I guess you have Momonosuke saying grandfather, and Sukiyaki has revealed himself saying, yes, I am Odin's father. And as they hug him, Momonosuke and Hiyori hugging him he says, I'm sorry, children, I'm sorry. Thank you. You truly do look just like Odin, Momonosuke. Momonosuke says, grandfather, we've lost our parents. Just knowing that another relative is still alive is such a relief. Hiyori says, I feel the same way. Please don't apologize. Sukiyaki asks the Scabbard, saying, I suppose you were all aware then? Kawamatsu says, who would wear a Tengu mask when there is no festival? You did not seem like an ordinary blacksmith. And Okiku says, we thought it would be rude to reveal it. Sukiyaki says, I'm sorry to have put that burden on you. Meanwhile, Kinemon is off to the side thinking, he was Lord Sukiyaki the whole time? I had no idea. I thought my heart was going to leap out of my chest. At least he's alive, though. That part's good. Honestly, I'm still kind of ain't that some shit? I still have a hard time believing that. I'm sorry. Sukiyaki tells him, I have things that I can teach you, but that is all I'm good for anymore. After that, please let me resume my seclusion from the public. This era is yours to build. Kinemon says, yes, sir. Just knowing you're alive is a source of great strength. And then he thinks to himself, I'm still shocked. Oh, and now we pick up with the Straw Hats together again. Thank you, Jeebus. Let's see. Luffy's lounging. Zoro's examining his swords. I think Usopp's asleep. Brook and Chopper seem to be eating something. And Frankie says, "What? Pluton is in this country?" Robin says, "Yes, I wasn't able to see it for myself, but it is here." Frankie is in disbelief, saying, "Can't believe that thing actually exists." And Luffy reclines in his chair, saying, "The one Frankie burned the plans for?" Robin states, "That's right, the ancient weapon Pluton, which bears the name of a god. Do you want it, Luffy?" Luffy simply says, "No, I'm good. This is about what I thought." Robin says, "That's what I figured, but it makes me wonder. Why did Odin want to unleash such a thing?" It's a good point. He was pretty adamant about opening the country. But yeah, I figured Luffy wouldn't care for it. Like, the moment, if the ancient weapons were important to Luffy, they would have found some way to get Shirahoshi to come with them. The moment that didn't happen, I'm just like, okay, Shirahoshi's back in her country, Pluton's probably going to stay here, and wherever Uranus is, aside from up your ass, wherever that is probably going to stay there until, like, some big moment where everything just suddenly comes together conveniently. What the fuck? No way. Holy shit. Oh, look at cute little Tama. It's weird seeing her bare arms. I'm so used to her with the long sleeves. Kind of makes her look a little bit older. Fucking Shinobu got liposuction. Wait, if this is what Shinobu looks like, what does Raizo look like? Does he look super cool? Oh, would the real joke be that he looks exactly the same? Or he could finally have gotten a girlfriend by now. What if Shinobu and Raizo are dating now? I'm getting too far ahead of myself. I'm so caught up in the moment. In comes Shinobu looking thin, basically like her old self, and she comes bursting in with Tama. Oh, is Tama gonna train with her? Tama wanted to become a bewitching Konoichi. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. She can finally get that Konoichi training. Shinobu and Tama burst in. Shinobu says, "What was that? Did I hear you saying that a mature woman can be a devastating weapon?" And Sanji's already fallen for her. Frankie says, "Who the heck are you?" Shinobu says, "It's me, Shinobu. I'm just a little haggard from an accident." Haggard? Yeah, even Sanji's just like, "Really? You're so beautiful when you're haggard." And Otama comes jumping in, going, "Nin nin." He says, "Hey, big bro, I'm Shinobu's apprentice now. I'm gonna be real tough by the next time you see me. Then you can let me join your crew." And Nami goes in for the hug, saying, "Otama, you're too cute." And Luffy says, "Sure, if you can use ninjutsu by then." Oh wow, okay. Sequel to One Piece. We see Tama join. I look forward to it. Oh shit. Okay, so Otama says, "Yay!" But off. And to the side, we now have none other than Caribou, saying, "I don't believe it. Pluton's in Wano? First Poseidon, now this? I gotta let a certain someone know about this." Okay, I'm waiting for the joke where Caribou is once again sent off someplace and ends up finding out about Uranus because Luffy, Robin, and the rest of the Straw Hats find out. Because that seems to be the running gag here. And Oda is nothing if not someone who loves his friggin' running gags. God, I am only halfway through this. I swear to God. The chapters. When One Piece doesn't have fighting scenes, there is so much stuffed into one chapter. It's just Jesus. And we cut to days later. You have someone talking to Momonosuke saying, "Lord Shogun, you have the reconstruction plans from each domain now. So as for the funds needed," he sees some kids playing down below. He's walking through the halls, people saying, "Shogun, Lord Shogun, Shogun." Yeah, see, this is why I felt some kind of way about Momonosuke aging himself up. Like, he has completely and utterly lost the chance to be a child. It was bad enough that he was a child who had to rule a country, but now he is seen as an adult in the eyes of the people, and he has to act accordingly. Like, you could give it some leeway if people saw him as just a child, but now there's none of that. He is completely lost his chances for a childhood. Oh, he comes bursting in. "Hey, Zoro, would you teach me some sword fighting tech?" Neat. The whole place is empty. Luffy? Zoro? He goes running throughout the halls. Onami? Usopp? Sanji? Choppermon? Robin? Frankie? Bonkichi? Brooke. Jinbei? Yamato? Oh wow, basically calling them in order. I guess Yamato has joined them. Says, where is everyone? Oh, and we see Hiyori and Otoko practicing on... I can never tell. Is it a shamisen or a biwa? I always get them confused. But you see them practicing. Momonosuke goes running up to his sister saying, Hiyori, have you seen Luffy's group anywhere? And Hiyori simply states, They've left already. They said their goodbyes to everyone this morning. And Otama says, I missed them. That's weird. They didn't say anything to Momonosuke? That is really weird. And Kinemon comes up to Momonosuke saying, Lord Momonosuke. Momonosuke says, Kinemon, Luffy's gone. Kinemon says, I just learned that myself. They said their goodbyes to everyone else, but why not us? Yeah. Now that I think about it, are they going to do the same send-off for them as they did with Vivi? Like, give the marking or some kind of send-off? Because they did travel together for a good long time, but they don't really have the same kind of thing to show them. And even then with Vivi, they let Vivi know, hey, we're headed out. That's weird that they didn't tell Momo or Kinemon anything. Oh, Jesus! There is so much in this chapter. We cut to Kage Port, Udon, and we see the ships of the various different pirate crews. Man, the Kid Pirate's ship is pretty big, all things considered. But we see the Kid Pirate ship, the Thousand Sunny. Oh right, isn't their ship called the Victoria Punk or something like that? And then the Polar Tang. There we go, Polar Tang. God, I'm like blanking on that name. Law says, pick a different day, Straw Hat. The alliance is over. We're enemies now. Okay? Anyone who thought they'd be traveling together, shit out of luck. Although I still want to believe that the next destination will be a kind of team-up situation with Kid and Luffy, just so Kid can have, a little bit more exposure. Luffy says, too bad. We already decided on today. Kid says, oh well, guess we're all going now. Let's pick directions. The log post needles are fixed in 3 directions. North, east, east, and south. Pick one. Kid says, the middle one, which is east. Luffy says, the middle one, which is also east. And Law says, northeast. Beppo in the background being like, what are you guys doing? And Law simply says, so I get my choice. And Law states, going northeast means I move the furthest ahead. Yeah, okay, that's further down the Grand Line than anyone else. Luffy and Kid are shocked. And Law says, you picked the middle, stupid children. Okay, so whoever ends up southeast is the furthest one away from anything else. Oh, they drew lots to see who would go, Luffy and Kid. And Kid says, ha, east. Luffy shouts in disappointment, no, I lost that straws. I'm sorry, everyone. Usopp cries out, every direction is dangerous. It doesn't matter. Just help us load up, Luffy. And Luffy shouts, darn, I lost, even though I'm an Emperor of the Sea. I'm actually kind of surprised that Luffy's embracing that title now. And that just pisses Kid off, saying, you're gonna rub it in my face, huh? But when it comes to emperors, the one who really makes me mad is him. Shanks? Here. The theories were right. Yo, I've seen theories that Buggy would be joined by members of the Shichibukai. And I was just like, that would actually be pretty cool. Because that gets more and more characters from the past involved. I mean, Blackbeard, he gets probably all the dangerous people. We still don't know who the last member of his 10 Titanic captains are. Maybe Gecko Moria ended up joining him, or he's dead. It could be either or. And since the Warlords disbanded, I kind of saw every member going in their own direction. And now we see that Mihawk and Crocodile have joined Buggy's Cross Guild. That's what it's called. That's the Cross. Organizations who have allied with each other probably are big heavy hitters. Moria has either joined Blackbeard or died. Kuma is now with the Revolutionaries. Law is doing his own thing. I wonder if Doflamingo will be broken out of prison at some point. That would be wild. Hancock, I still don't see her being captured. I'm wondering about that. And Weevil, I could easily see being a part of Blackbeard's group. Jinbei joined Luffy too, so, having all of the warlords under another organization now would make a lot of sense, or doing their own thing if nothing else. Because that's always been the thing about the New World. It's just like you either join a warlord or you become your own organization. But man, the genius jester Buggy, the Cross Guild, Buggy, Dracul, Mihawk, Sir Crocodile. God, we haven't seen Crocodile in a good long while. Luffy says, it's Crocodile and Hawkeyes. And this catches Zoro's attention, who's like, what? Luffy questions, why are they shown like they're Buggy's followers? Zoro says, huh? That's not possible. Not for Hawkeyes. Law says, well, if he's got 2 men of their statue working for him, he deserves to be called an emperor. This is correct. Luffy says, you know he's an idiot, right? How did that happen? Wow. When Luffy calls you an idiot, that's some shit right there. Oh. And Kid says, it seems like the Cross Guild company he leads has started putting bounties on the Navy. Well, honestly, it does make a lot of sense, because Buggy has amassed a lot of power. Even if you don't think Buggy himself is anything to scoff at, the people who keep gathering under him are capable. Even Whitebeard recognized, no, the people who keep amassing under Buggy, nothing to sneeze at. They can be a problem in their grouping. I am interested to know why Hawkeye decided to join up with him. Crocodile, I can see him being like, it's a good business venture, and we've worked together in the past. Mihawk? I've never seen Mihawk as a follower, and even one to just partner with someone in general. But there's definitely more to what he's doing. I couldn't see that any other way. Kid says, it seems the Cross Guild company he leads has started putting bounties on the Navy. Damn! What? Bounties on the Navy. Ugh. The Navy's been used to doing all the chasing. But these days, they have to fear assassination from a civilian. Man, Kid is eating that one up. It's just like, oh, that's pretty good. Damn, that's ambitious, though. While we're stuck here in this closed nation, the world around us has changed quite a bit. No complaints about our respective courses. Once we set foot outside of Wano, we're in a fight to the death like all the others. Man, Kid just wants that smoke. Huh, what is that? Something is dropped to Kid and Killer. Kid asks, what is that, Trafalgar? Oh, really? Law says, a copy of the road poneglyph. You have just as much right to it as we do. Only a trifling man would sneak out to a head start. That's honorable as shit. Holy fuck. Just hand that over to your rivals. I guess it's a thank you for, hey, your crew's involvement helped out in a big way too, so we're gonna at least give you this much. Killer inspects it and says, so Kaido did have one of them. And Kid says the same thing we took off Big Mom's general. Really? So they actually stole a poneglyph from Big Mom previously too. A poneglyph rubbing. Wow, okay. Wow, so Kid raided into Big Mom's territory previously too, and managed to get away with poneglyph rubbing? Damn. Killer says, we're gonna have to put all our strength into this task if we want to take part in the all-out war over the One Piece. Kid says, what do you mean finding... Oh, wait. What? You mean finding the man with the burn scar? That's not enough to go on. Finding a man with a burn scar? What? Sabo? Luffy questions, huh? Burn scar? What do you mean? And Law and Robin seem to know something's up? I don't know. Something about the way they're presented in those panels. But Kid dismisses Luffy saying, you don't know? Sounds like we've got the advantage. Luffy says, come on, tell me. Interesting. Burn scar. And back at the Flower Capital, you hear Momonosuke cry out, are you gone too, Yamato? But no, Yamato's still up on the roof. Weird. Yamato didn't go? I'm confused. Yamato cries out, is that you, Momonosuke? I'm up here. Kinemon says, where is that? On the roof again? Yamato says, well, I've made up my mind. Guess I'll go to Luffy and his crew. I'm going to live the way Kozuki Oden did. Wait, what does Yamato mean made up their mind? Were they considering staying? I'm kind of confused by that. But I guess Yamato's gonna head to the port? But it's been days. Wouldn't they have discussed this by now? I feel so confused. Man, there was a lot of this chapter. Jesus fuck. I don't even know where to begin. So, Yamato, I guess, going to join Luffy, but the way it's worded is kind of weird. Killer and Kid searching for a man with a burn scar. Is that Sabo? Or maybe it's someone else. Maybe it's Something to mislead us? And the cross-guild hunting Marines, hell, maybe that's why Mihawk joined up. But I wonder who else might be in this cross guild. How was the cross guild formed? Because I doubt Buggy even really wanted to go for that. And they're all headed to different islands. It's gonna be weird not having Law around, but I mean, we didn't have him around for Whole Cake Island, so that won't be anything new. And it's gonna be kind of a bummer not seeing what Kid is up to for a hot minute. I'm still wondering, why did they leave without telling Momonosuke anything? That's weird. And Kinemon too? That's so weird. And Caribou saying he's got to tell a certain someone about Poseidon and Pluton. Who? Who would he tell? Also, what happened to Drake and Hawkins? Is Hawkins dead? Is Drake dead? They just disappeared all of a sudden. And Tama training with Shinobu, that's cool. I mean, hell, sets a potential future series. Luffy not wanting Pluton's about par for the course. Sukiyaki, I'm glad in the end that he told his grandchildren that he's alive. Carrot being the new leader of Zoe, that feels weird. And I still feel like she'll stow away. Because just being told out of nowhere, you're going to be the new leader of our country. Like, what? And by them saying, oh, you were one of the few who've set out the world thanks to Luffy. Like, I mean, I could see Carrot easily thinking, okay, so maybe if I set out with him even longer, I'll be an even better leader. And Pedro's will wasn't really to stay in Zoe. I mean, Pedro wanted to go with Gold Roger. Like, that was his big thing, that chance for him. I don't know, that feels weird. We'll find out in the next few chapters, though, I bet. And I'm wondering, is Raizo now thin too? Jesus, so much happened in this chapter. Jesus. Oh, wait, are we on break? Yep, we're on break. Interesting. And then we have the Germa versus Katakuri and Oven. Gee, that's a lot. That's a lot to take in. Maybe it's a good thing we have 2 weeks to wait for the next chapter. Need time to digest all of this. And didn't the Germa team up with Caesar? Or was he just hiding around the corner and he's using this as an opportunity to get away? Geez, that's just a lot going on here. Well, tell me your thoughts on any of the multiple subjects that were brought up in this chapter. I want to hear from you. And if you like this video, feel free to do all the YouTube stuff. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye.